Started.
Okay, cool.
So the
you want me to read the prompt really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Frick, where'd it go? Okay. This week's lecture and readings focus on public leadership and the leadership in a crisis. Please discuss ways that you believe organizations can prepare leaders at all to respond in a crisis. Consider in this discussion the communication issues faced by BP in the spill and the failure of crisis communication. One person from each group. Yeah, that part. Yeah, okay. And go.
So I thought that leaders need to do a lot of training to prepare so they know what to say. They were talking about the BP oil spill. I think that was handled really poorly, obviously. So leaders need to be trained and like give examples like that. And they also need to be prepared to improvise when the actual like crisis happens. You never know how everyone's gonna react or like what's even gonna happen. And I gotta go. So thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Does anybody else have to get back to work that wants to?
I would say I agree that, sorry, I'm echoing, but I would agree that it's important that leaders show, like, they're going to take on the responsibility when a big issue like that happens, because ultimately, if, like, something that big happens, it came down to, like, a fallout in their communication, the way they relayed information to their team that kind of resulted in that failure. So I think it's important that the leader kind of takes on the responsibility and, like, guides the team out of that mess and doesn't blame it on the group or like you know, entry-level workers or something like that.
Yeah.
Like in the book, it was talking about the like the stages of communication, like the pre-crisis, crisis, and then post-crisis. And so I was like, I don't know, I like originally thought about like the hurricanes and stuff, and I know that's kind of different because it's not a company, but like it's almost like when like they had like a system in place and then like people choose to not like evacuate when they should, and then like you're not following the crisis plan, and then you're putting other people in danger when they have to go like in to save you. That's like where originally where my mind goes. But like on a company level, I would like, did you guys ever watch That's So Raven?
Yes.
Yeah.
That when they like had that boy band, and they like did that whole evacuation song. You guys remember that?
Yes.
She like worked in the fashion plays. So I was just thinking about that. Like they like had this whole setup thing. Like if there was a fire, like I could sing the song right now, but I'm probably not gonna.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think that it's for leaders. It's important just to like stay calm and remain calm, and also like what Bonnie was saying in the beginning, to understand that everyone's going to react in a certain way if anything happens, and you need to like be able to know how to like address how a reaction, whether it's good, bad, like scared, like depending on the situation. You need to know how to address all reactions in a specific way where you can keep everyone in a calm demeanor.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the way in which you like talk about it or like present it is like more important almost than how you actually like your actions, because like if you just keep everyone calm and are able to be like really normal and like relaxed, then that keeps like the energy calm. And then I feel like what it was called like crisis communication or something, I can't remember, but like the actions are almost like second to how you talk about it with your like employees and people in the organization.
That's a good point. Like I think it also kind of goes to ethics too, because like I think it's really prevalent like sexual harassment right now, and like I feel like a plan for crisis communication would be, you know, like punishing, like letting go of the employee or whatever, but like instead some companies are like, no, let's just cover it up, and that's like unethical crisis communication.
Right.
I totally agree with that.
Absolutely. Kind of reading on the part where it says ways that organizations can prepare leaders. Really, I don't think there's like any set method to really set up somebody be ready for a crisis outside of just like going through drills and repetition. Because at the end of the day, like a crisis is unexpected. Like who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what direction it's going to take? But when I kind of read the prompt, I don't know why, but I immediately thought back to like fire drills or like the tornado drills we would have in school when we were younger. And it's most likely if there's a tornado, if there's a fire, kids aren't going to line up and get in order and like do all this other stuff. But just having the kind of the idea, the mindset of what direction to take, I feel like that'll be the best way to like kind of prepare leaders just through repetition. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just because when you like repeat something often, it becomes like common to you. So it would be first nature for someone to just do something in like that. Like
Absolutely.
state of a crisis if you did it on repetition.
Yeah, because a crisis, like who knows what's going to be happening. You don't want to have to be thinking through, oh, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. It should kind of just be second nature to a sense where you can just kind of get through it calmly and not really be running around all scared and whatnot.
And it can't be like super in depth where you're like, oh, I need a pamphlet like to know all the steps or whatever. It has to be like, do this, then this, then this. Make sure everyone's alive.
It kind of goes with like airports when like you get on the airplane and all that, and they tell you where the exits are.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought that was like a good example.
Yeah, that was a good example.
I feel that's something that like is kind of. I mean, maybe you guys have had a different experience, but like I've been at ASU for like 3.5 years, and I've never like been told any kind of like emergency plan or anything. Like obviously we're all adults and we can care for ourselves, but like that's kind of was like a failure to plan. Like if something were to happen, I don't know like where I would be supposed to go or like other than like my car.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I like where I work, I always like get scared that like the little girl like I nanny is gonna start choking, and like that's really not really unrealistic, but like she hasn't choked in over the 2 years that I've nannied for her. But like I'm like what would I like I'm CPR certified, but like would I be able to do it in the moment? Like I don't know. I'd probably just like start like smacking her on the back. I don't know.
Goodness.
What time is it? I think we've only been going for like 8 minutes or so.
All right, let's see here.
I have to head out. I got work in like 15 minutes. So is that okay if I head out, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's see here. What else can we talk about for 4 or 5 minutes?
Do you guys, or Elizabeth, do you guys have like a crisis plan like at your car dealership?
I have not been informed of one, but like I assume we do. But I don't know. I don't actually know anything because like I'm a receptionist, so they don't tell me a whole lot. And it's also a newer dealership, so we're just kind of like whatever happens, and like we'll figure it out as we go along, I guess.
So that's where like an internal crisis. Sort of like they don't share the internal crisis stuff with you, but they share say like a transformer comes and is like ramming through the, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like a car drives into your building.
We would literally just be like, oh my god, and then like figure it out as it went. I'm sure someone has a plan, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. So your leaders aren't communicating their
They are not communicating very well. Yeah, I would say probably only management understands the plan for crisis.
Gotcha. Wow. Where is your car dealership? Is it on Franklin, right?
No, it's on Indian School Road and the 101 freeway on the Salt River Reservation.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Cool. What about you, Tessa? Any crisis plan at your work?
Not really. Like we just all, because we work with kids, because I'm a dance teacher, so we just all got CPR certified, and so kind of same thing as like Aaron. Like I don't know if I'd be able to do it if it happened. I know like part of the procedure, but we've talked about it because like in a dance studio, you just like walk in and that's the end. There's like no back exit. Like if somebody wanted to come in and like hurt people or something, like it'd just be like really easy to. And so we've talked about making a plan, but that was like a year ago and nothing ever happened.
Is it
But-
so?
Oh, sorry. But
No,
I was
you
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
Like a different kind of crisis that like I kind of worry about is like, I can't remember what it's called, or outside environment crisis or something, but it was number 10. But like if a recession or something were to happen again, like dance class is like the first thing that goes off of like a family's budget when they're like struggling to put food on the table. And so that kind of crisis would be really bad for me, because then that's just like if they don't have as many students, they don't need as many teachers. And so my job is just like totally wiped out if that were to happen. Like if something like what happened in 2007 happened again, then that's like a crisis that I like actually worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot what I was gonna say about your dance teaching. Oh, how long have you been a dance teacher?
4 years.
So are you like up on the hierarchy, or like is there teachers below you that might get laid off first, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about like hierarchy, but I think my boss likes me enough to where she would keep me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's like something I like get nervous about, like, because my boss like obviously knows how to teach, and if she went from like 600 students one year to like 100 the next year, then she could teach by herself, which would suck.
Does your studio really have 600 students?
Yeah.
That's
My
mind-blowing.
goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go. Sorry.
I know. I have to leave for work too. How many minutes are we at?
It's like there's a fire alarm going on, so I think I have to leave.
Oh, crisis communication.
That's
I think
hilarious.
we should be good.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.